we are. Are we back? Are we back? We've had some server side issues. Sorry, my side issues. Sorry about this, guys. Just trying to get the gameplay back and visible. There we go. What a kerfuffle. Streamlabs not behaving itself. And neither of the engineers, by the looks of it, as they've gone through to capture A and B, leaving the artillery with C point. The score still remaining even very close. Only 10 points in it. Engineers playing that nuisance role there. Grabbing the home flag of the artillery. Artillery says, nah, enough of that. We're going to take the B flag. And they have. Will the incentive of the engineers be now to capture C and then spawn trap the artillery in that train area? It seems not. As you see, Kizzy keeping up the pressure on B. Gibbo and Kieran though, laying bullets down, laying the rounds down range, clapping people left, right and centre. But not everyone can survive forever. Not even them. Let's have a look. African Mozzie. Oh, African Mozzie falls. We'll get him on the respawn. African Mozzie being the slayer of the artillery on the artillery's team. 14 and 10 at the moment. With Kieran slaying out for the engineers, 18 and 11. Let's see, got these scores all modded up again. Aaron Longbottom going on a 5 killing spree there. And we'll jump on with him after the transition. Sat there on his 6th kill, recovering his health, and then jumping back into the fight, looking for contact, which he finds in the face of African Mozzie. African Mozzie taking out Fluff on his way through as well. Give up and shots off from the rocks. And both of the gunners saying, nah, I'm not having any of that, before turning around, catching Gibbo off guard. Take the perspective on B at the moment. There's a neutral point, therefore it's not gaining any points at the moment for either team. That's soon to change. Thank you to Aaron for the engineers. The points are now opening up, there's a gap forming, and the artillery only have a minute and a half to counter the engineers' efforts. Engineers spawning out of their home flag. Maybe not to their preference, allowing the artillery to secure that A point and the B point whilst they're focused on regaining their positions around the map. The kill count on African Mozzie, they're just going sky high, 23 and 10. Overtaking the top spot for the kills as Kieran's fighting to get him back. The kill count was always something we like to focus on as players when playing Call of Duty, but with this CDL and then playing for the wins, the kills and deaths, they don't matter, or they're less significant as they would be if we were just playing. You and I in the chat, we like to hold our hands up, hold our egos above our heads in the form of KDs. But KDs do not win matches always, especially in this CDL environment. 2 seconds, 1 second, no seconds remaining, and the Royal Engineers have taken the victory on gun runner domination. That of course means that there will be no more games necessary to be played, although should they choose to, they can play the next 2 games, and quite frankly it will be very entertaining to watch. and I encourage them to do so. Uh-oh. Okie dokie. GG's been thrown about there, as we can hear. Let's have a look at some of these stats. Kizu HD being the top scorer for the Gunners there. 9 catches and 1 defend. And equally, from the Engineers getting the 11 captures and the 5 defends. Let's get these scores sorted out and some music going. I apologise for the stream crashing. However, we are back. Please let me know what you feel about the scores so far. Who's going to take these 4th and 5th rounds if they're played? Which they should be. Good sportsmanship. I think everyone's in it for a bit of a laugh anyway. Well, not a bit of a laugh. This will mean a lot to some people, especially those playing. But once the sand settles, they're having fun whilst they're doing it. Hardpoint and St. Petrograd is the next lineup map. The next map that's next lined up for the 4th game. So it seems they are playing it. What's going on there? Let's have another look at those rosters, just to remind ourselves of who we're watching. The Gunners, Sidey, followed by Connor, Kizu HD, African Mozzie, and Amazing Crate. Connor and African Mozzie playing very well, racking up the kills, working well on the cut-offs for the hard points, which is always very entertaining to watch. We'll keep an eye on them for this next game. And Shuffers being the head of the Sappers. The spear tip, if you like, followed by Gibbo, Kieran, Fluff, and Aaron. Aaron and Gibbo both playing well. Gibbo probably not as well as he liked. Kieran outslaying at the moment. Aaron working really well in the technical spots, such as on the Mazda with the sandbags. You see, I'll be rewatching the stream to see some of his spots once this is finished. Here we go. Amazing. There we go. Music, cease. Let us entertain ourselves with Engineers against Gunners. Hardpoint on St. Petrograd. I always forget where we are. Is it Russia? That looks quite Russian. Yeah, I don't know. We'll jump on board with the less preferable spawns. I'll have a look from African Mozzie's point of view, as he's going to be going up to try and flip those spawns so they can gain control of P2. Although Connor seems to be the main antagonist here, pushing very deep into Engineer territory. And falling down to Gibbo. The artillery getting 2 kills back to counter, to answer the 2 from the Engineers. and Gebo getting another one back. I feel like Gebo? Sorry, Aaron getting one back. Aaron's got quite a lot of technical spots, maybe due to his game sense from playing CSGO. Either way, we'd like to see the artillery preventing the engineers from getting any points so far. I think I jinxed it for them. Sorry, artillery boys. This is Cypher's jump on the point for the last 13 seconds. Can they hold it? Everyone's seeming to be setting up for the next point, but the engineers have managed to keep their spawns very well. Thank you to Shuffers, I believe, sitting back and getting them that time on the point at the cafe. There's a couple of naughty little spots in the cafe that you can use to hold the point without actually being seen, one of which is where he's looking right now, and Gibbo's about to breach through there. You can sit in that little building and crack open the doors, semi-open, and just stick a foot or the butt of your gun through, front of your gun through, and you'll be on the point, but you won't be able to be seen through the doors. Very useful tip for you budding young eSports competitors that are watching. Shuffler's really staying out of the way for the action. So we'll jump onto the side, he picks off one of the engineers and then falls down to another. Let's jump on with Fluff, who's making a break with Kieran down to P3, down to the hazmat section off the map, and setting that trophy system down, very important. Stuff with them frag grenades flying in. But it doesn't seem... I'm going to stop saying things, because every time I say something, it doesn't seem like they're getting the hang... It doesn't seem that the artillery have rotated around yet. There they are, they've made it. They'll be there. Proving me wrong. Kizzy with a pre-fire. Hoping to get someone through the smoke, we didn't quite get there. It's Fluff's sitting on top of that wall. I spy my little eyesight thingy of lots of artillery people. Taking out the trophy system. Making a run right to the trams. Hoping to pick off Connor. But he's about to receive some backup in the form of African Mozzie. Not that he needs it. Connor taking out Fluff. Artillery struggling for points here. Let's jump on with Shuffers as he's moving towards the last point? No, there's one more after this. Moving into point 4 in the pool halls. Side, he's shutting all the doors. Close for business. Don't pay any attention to us. Not much of a response from the engineers yet, as they all begin to converge onto the point. Very slowly, I must say. Wonder if there's a mix-up with communications going on, or if they're just struggling to get past the cut-offs that the artillery are playing. Because they find a nice little spot behind the ATM, but getting taken out. Took their time, but the engineers have made their way into the point. Gibbo on a 6 kill streak. See if he can add to it. But now that I've said it, he's definitely going to die. I'll stay on board. Artillery taking secure the last point in this rotation. I told you Gibbo would fall. Gibbo falling outside there. A team kill. Connor on amazing crate. Leaves room for Fluff to jump in and take out Connor. Securing the point for the Royal Engineers. Engineers boys that are playing the cut-offs at the moment, so the guys that aren't sitting in the objective, playing really well. So you can see from Shuffers and Aaron, Shuffers being the main objective holder. He's only got 7 kills and 8 deaths, which means he hasn't run into that many of the gunners on his conquest for victory. That silence in the point. I'm just gonna not say anything anymore. As soon as I say something, the opposite happens. It's a wonderful life. Wonderful game. Kizu on the point. Artillery finally gets some points down in this P1 position. Unfortunately for them, Shuffler's jumping in the point, getting his time statistics up. Backing out the gunfight. A little bit of pre-fire. But the engineers can afford to take their time. They don't need to make a rush, they don't need to make any silly mistakes. 100 points in the lead. And our long bottom feeling the need to go out on killing sprees just to flex on the artillery. Let's see what some of you guys are saying in the chat. Ali Operator saying it's a bad map. That's very arguable. I'm sure the engineers would disagree with you on that right about now. Who else have we got? Got this Jumping Jim saying this map is crazy fast. Yes, it is. I have nothing else to say to that. Let's take a free look perspective. The engineers are spawning very close to the high point. And that's probably due to their spawn location whilst they were capturing the first point. They were sitting back here, clipping through everything, sitting back probably in this building here, maybe at the back here, just making sure they can get the spawns for the next point. Although 4 of the engineers now converging on the hazmat building, which is P3, with 3 seconds left to go. Artillery breaching the 100-point boundary. Kieran showing control of mid-map. Spotting amazing crate. Backing out of the gunfight, doesn't think he can win it. Moving to the other window. Maybe he can get a pop off that way. Outmanned and outgunned by the artillery there. Kizu jumps in the point. Shuffers takes him out. Shuffers in a naughty little spot there, hiding under the stairs. He's not expected to be there. Ten points left for the engineers to secure the win on the 4th match. As Kieran's going on the killing spree, but that's put to an end by amazing crate. See if he can catch the frustration of the artillery before the match ends, but no. The engineers with 141 point lead. Correct me if I'm wrong. 141 point lead over the artillery in this 4th match. A little bit of game audio there. GG's. Well played, being thrown about. Come on, stream. Don't crash again, please. Not got long. One more game. Well, I don't really want it to be over. It's fun. Let's have a little look at the statistics. We've got Gibbo regaining the title from Kieran as the top slayer for the engineers. 25 kills to 11 deaths. Shuffles on the point for nearly 3 minutes again. And Fluff back up on 51 seconds. 1 minute 51 seconds. Oh, not enough time to review the artillery. I'll make sure I do the artillery first time next. But music, be quiet. Transition. We will see who can take this final round. Search and destroy on Gunrunner. Not sure who picked the map. I believe it's an engineer favourite map. Artillery defending the point first. So we'll hop on to see the bomb carrier. It's going to be Kieran. Looking as though he's going to be pushing for a B plant. Quite aggressive. Gibbo running and jumping in between the ISOs. All the way into the spawn. Interesting approach from the artillery, sitting back, and seems like they were letting the engineers plant. Kizu HD, the only man left. not a lot he could do about that one. Severely outmanned and outgunned, and falls victim to this piece of wizardry from Gibbo. Very speedy, gets the job done. 1-0 to the engineers. So we switch sides, so now the artillery will be the bomb holders. Be interesting to see which routes they take to which bombs. As we see in the bottom left, African Mozzie is taking the middle route, but he gets slain out by Fluff. Fluff predicting that movement there. All eyes are on Fluff, it seems. Fluff getting 3 kills this round. Engineers playing really well, getting into the stride. Unfortunately for the Gunners, Kizu fumbled that last interaction, that last contact with Aaron there. Aaron's reaction is just too fast. Bit of a delayed jump through that door. Very well played. Bottom of the map again. Let's see. Kieran grabbing the bomb again and heading towards B. Fluff's making himself known up at the A side before wrapping back round, defending the flank. Gibbo had the first blood, and Aaron Longbottom also getting a kill this round with a grenade. African Mozzie exposed himself on top of the train, and Gibbo's seen him. Who is left? Amazing crate. Can he do something amazing? Can he pull this out of the bag? 5v1. It'd be amazing to see it happen, but unfortunately it does not. 3-0 to the engineers over the artillery. Engineers proving how well they know this map by completely dominating these first 3 rounds. And maybe that'll spark interest for the artillery to get a move on. Maybe stick together a bit more, slow the pace down, and get some rounds back in their pocket. Sidey's taking the bomb and split off from Connor, who we're on board now with. Bomb carrier staying back a bit, preserving his life. Shuffers and the bomb holder. Sidey getting this interaction. Sidey taking the kill. Gibbo and Connor now. I think that was a little bit assisted by Fluff there. Yeah, Fluff's jumped in. Wanted in on that as well. Come on, let's switch the view. There we go. Fluff doing extremely well here. He must be practicing this at night times. Fluff and Kieran in the mid-map. Central position, they can go to either A or B if a bomb gets planted. Let's jump on board with African Mozzie as he tries to make a push towards A. Very loud movement there. I think Fluff's heard him. You see his little indicator turn. And that's the end of African Mozzie. Mosquito gets splapped. Well placed shots by Fluff. And a bit of a hasty manoeuvre by African Mozzie. Maybe he could have slowed that down a bit. Gone around the left hand side of that little shed. We'll see though. We'll see if they learn from their mistakes. Just gonna position the camera up here and we'll see where the artillery is spreading out from. They've understood and acknowledged that the bomb's going to be every other time. So they've positioned themselves all the way over to the left. We'll see on the map, there's still an engineer, Fluff, I believe, in the top of the map. Potentially going for a flank. Let's jump on with Connor, getting a nice big overview of the map from the top of them trains. Coming into contact with Aaron. Aaron's gone down. Looking like a much more promising match for the artillery. Expecting the left hand side peak as Kieran slots himself between them two containers. Does he know about the container spot? No, he doesn't, or if he did, he didn't check it. Kieran taking that kill. Amazing crate being lost alive again, 2 times on the bounce. Trying his best to be quiet with 20 seconds left on the clock. He's really going to have to put a shift in. As you can see on the map there, 3 engineer players, Conversion and Shuffers gets the last kill of that round. Have we got the scores updated? We do. Good. Let's jump on with Kieran, cooking up the grenade. No avail for that grenade. Schaffers giving it legs into the boiler room entrance. Still on low health. Not quite peaking Connor. Connor not quite finishing the job though, given Schaffers a bit of a panic moment there. But nevertheless he regens his health. Let's have a look from Connor's perspective. Doesn't realise Schaffers come around the right hand side of him. He's heard him. Well played by Connor there to get the kill on Schaffers, but Kieran's popped him from behind. Amazing crate again. If it's survival of the fittest, he would definitely be the fittest on the artillery side. Unfortunately, the scoreline doesn't suggest that. Slaying out Gibbo. And falling to the mystery man in the door. Didn't quite see the name there. A 6-0 win for the not the artillery, sorry. That would have been wonderful for him for the last game to fall 6-0 their way. But not quite, it seems. Okay. A strong finish from the engineers. Very well done to both sides. I want to thank all the players for turning up this time, on time, so we can get this going. I apologise for the stream crashing midway through. I'm going to turn my computer off for that because it's being very naughty. I also want to say good job to the engineers, well played on that 5-0 victory. Well played to the Gunners for maintaining the drive in that final match, as hard as it can be, I know. But that will be the end of this stream. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next time. Goodbye.